Hey guys, welcome to your weekend edition Love and General reading. This is for the element of air. So if you're a Libra, Gemini, or an Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising, these messages are for you for the weekend of June the 20th through the 22nd, 2025. So I thank you guys for all your love and support. Please keep in mind these are general, so they may or may not resonate, but hopefully you get some clarity. Also, if you're wanting to book a personal or private reading, be sure to email me for a price list, or you can book it through my website, TemajTarot.com. And also, if you're wanting to purchase my deck, remember I have to do pre-orders before I can ship them out. So it should be set up now on Shopify. So you just type in TemajTarot store, and hopefully it'll take you there. So yes, get ready. All right, so we have the overall energy as the Four of Cups. We have the Knight of Cups. We've got the Six of Swords. We have the Three of Cups. The Six of Cups. The High Priestess. The Ace of Wands. And the Devil. All right, so overall energies. I kind of feel like maybe you've been isolated or just keeping to yourself. Kind of feels like you've been a little bored as well, and just kind of like drifting through life. Maybe something's going on where you have felt uninspired, and just dealing with some sort of emotional blockage. Something seems as if you were put in a position where you were left with nothing to do except like feel what you've been feeling. I don't know if initially you tried to avoid something that was going on emotional, but yeah, it seems like maybe you've been a little blocked. It's possible that you're needing to get out and go enjoy yourself. I feel like maybe you've been isolated for too long, or you've been doing something on your own for too long. So it may be time for you to go out. There's also a possibility that someone has been thinking about asking you out. Maybe this person's already invited you to go out and you initially maybe declined, but I feel that you're maybe ready to go out. And I feel like it's a soulmate. Something seems like you're in alignment with a soulmate. Now, it doesn't have to be romantic, but definitely some sort of familiar energy. Like you guys know each other. You recognize each other. There's a natural comfort level that you have with each other, especially if you don't normally trust people, and then all of a sudden, you know, you find yourself just being very open and sharing everything with somebody. So I feel like there's a strong possibility that you're connecting with someone. Of course, you know, little devil got to come out. So for some of you, I feel like there's still something karmic about this relationship. At some point, maybe it starts off really fun and airy and lighthearted, and as the connection progresses, it becomes very intense. I don't know, you might also just unlock something within somebody. Like maybe this is normally, you know, someone who's very nice, or someone who wasn't even looking at you in that way initially. Like maybe something was just a genuine friendship, or it's platonic, or you were just, like I said, dating and just having fun. And then all of a sudden, especially if like, you know, you guys end up hooking up, then it's kind of like obsessive. It's like, oh no, like you're not going anywhere. We belong together. shouldn't have did it. Or it's like somebody is just like, no, I'm not going anywhere now. I'm never going anywhere. We're together now. So it could be, it turned into something very intense. And you might feel, I heard, stigmatized by somebody. So I don't know, one or both of you might become very possessive over the other. It's still a situation when it's kind of like something, how can something feel so right be so wrong? And it does look like initially it's like just a little flirty, and that all goes out the window. We dealing with something like hardcore intense now. Your intuition also may have tried to warn you, and maybe you tried to tell yourself you could just be friends or you could do XYZ, and it's just like, no, that didn't work. And I see like a red flag as well. Like maybe you saw a red flag and just ignored it. It kind of feels like somebody was like, I need to see this for myself, or I want to sample. It sounds kind of harsh, but it does almost seem like somebody's like, I want to sample myself, especially if something initially started off as conversation and like, I wonder what XYZ, or if you've heard a rumor, you heard about this and you heard about that, and it's kind of like, well, let me see for myself. And then it's once you do, it's kind of like you're locked in. So be careful about these invitations out here. You know, granted, if there's a lesson to learn, there's just a lesson to learn. But if something can be prevented, if you can take some sort of stored knowledge that you already have, then use that. But yeah. So another thing is that someone who initially comes off shy or reserved, like, that all goes out the window. Someone is no longer shy. They just become very possessive. You might awaken someone's shadow side, or maybe they're doing that to you. Something gets activated. And then I feel like there's this greed that follows. I feel that you start off thinking that you're in control of something and then realize that you're not. That's a warning too for anything experimental. Be careful about stuff that you want to try. Or maybe somebody is making lighthearted of a situation. Oh, it's like, oh, you ain't never tooted, you never did this, and you know, you don't know. So I kind of feel like something does end up potentially becoming addictive. Something else I was picking up about this energy here. Yeah, I was saying how it's like something becomes unlocked or awakened. It could be that someone awakens your darkness, or this side of yourself that you've never seen before, or you do it to them. And I'm getting like, if you do synastry between the two of you, I feel like there's going to be a connection between one of your planets and their north node, or one of their planets in your north node, or a connection between Saturn and the other person's planets. North node and Saturn seem to be standing out. You also might feel like somebody is your twin, but they actually could be karmic, or somebody might be like a false twin. But yeah, just be cautious about what you agree to. Also, I feel like same thing about being invited somewhere. Be cautious or let people know where you're going. It just seems like somebody could get stuck or trapped. So hopefully it doesn't turn out to be that intense, but yeah. You could be dealing with someone who also comes off very sweet, but maybe at the end of the day can be very intimidating. I just feel like somebody is seeing a whole nother side of somebody. Now, it could be too that because this is like birthday weekends for some of you, should be for both Cancer and Gemini, I think. Or Cancer might start Monday. But still, it could be some celebratory thing going on. And, you know, you might be surrounded by people who are doing things that are low vibrational to your liking, or people who are just like really fixated on the root chakra and things of lower nature, animalistic nature, primal behavior, and things of that sort. I feel too like if you've been drifting or feeling like you've been in isolation, that chapter of your life could be coming to an end, and you might find yourself going out more and interacting more. Now, this could also be some sort of job where all of a sudden you had tons of free time and now you're locked in. You don't have any free time. Be careful about the company that you keep. One person in your inner circle might be either envious of you or just a hidden enemy in general. There's also strong possibilities of reconciliations. Could be reconciling or getting close to a Capricorn or a water sign. As a warning, make sure that your babysitter, that you trust your babysitter, that you have some sort of background check, or that you have like at least spy cameras in your home for when the babysitter is watching the children. If the babysitter isn't harming the children, they could be harming themselves, which is still kind of like endangering the children. So even if the babysitter is a good person or they're good to the children, if they're sitting up there shooting up or doing whatever, or inviting their person into your home and running off and doing all wild stuff in your home, you know, you need to have some cameras. Yeah. So there's a possibility of connecting, especially reconnecting with a past love. For some of you, it could be a twin flame or your karmic. Spiritually, it does look like the reason why someone is coming into your life is because of the soul contract that you guys have with each other. Each of you came to play a role. I feel like messages are also coming through to you through dreams. Yeah. Strong energies of earth coming through, especially more so Capricorn. I feel like somebody's been dreaming about you or you've been dreaming about them. And this also might kind of trigger something. So especially if someone had moved on, let's say it's them dreaming about you. They had moved on. They had not been thinking about you, and then they have a dream about you. It just seems like triggering. And now they're having obsessive thoughts about you. I feel like you're also being guided to make some sort of decision, but you're going to be torn because you're going to feel like you don't have enough information to make the right decision. You're like, I don't know. Or, you know, it's just a matter of you having to trust your intuition. So you're having to navigate through darkness and just using your feelers to make some sort of decision. You also might be surprised to find out that you have a secret admirer. Heavy on the water and earth energies. Now, if you get presented with some sort of opportunity, again, like I said, it's like you're torn. It's going to require you to step outside of your comfort zone, though. It's like if you want this, you know, you come and get it, or this is what you need to do. So this is one of those energies where I'm getting like the universe is dangling a carrot in your face, or whatever your temptation would be. And it's like, are you going to take the bait? And I feel like you're trying to fight it or resist it initially, but curiosity might get the better of you. Mm-hmm. There is an earth sign that wants to stay in your life for the long run. This person at times feels lost without you. Maybe at some point they had also given up or tried to move on. But I feel like this person is still stuck in your energy. Maybe you've tried to block them. Okay, so what also may be going on is that this person has just ended a relationship or come out of a relationship. And so that's why they're wanting to catch up and just maybe socialize, see what you're up to. And it starts off very friendly and innocent. And like I said, it just quickly becomes intense. Now, the only thing I think too, the reason why somebody becomes kind of codependent is because they could be trying to fulfill a void through you. They don't know what else to do. All they know is that when they're around you, their depression goes away or doesn't, you know. I still feel that there is some healing and navigating that this person needs. Yeah. So this person might be latching on to you because they're lonely or they're going through something. This is someone who maybe does not know how to heal on their own or by themselves. I feel like they need to latch on to someone else. Set boundaries. Don't let someone just feed off of your energy. Maybe you like this person, but if you do, I still feel like you need to set some sort of boundaries. You can't live for that person or forget about your life to just focus on this person. If this is a job, still same advice about you needing to set boundaries for yourself. I don't know if you are getting lost in your career because you're lonely or lost. That could be. Make sure that you heal yourself and explore what you're feeling instead of trying to mask it or entertain it or something. All right, so let's pull some energy cards. All right, additional messages for air signs, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. All right, you have woman holding a coin, adjacent possibilities, rest and rejuvenation, overall energy, goddess of the moon. All right, so kind of feels that somebody is sending out like a distress signal, like maybe someone is emotionally crying out for you. I feel that intuitively you're able to pick up on certain people's feelings and emotions. There is a possibility, if this is a love situation, that you could open up a can of worms. So just be cautious about that. Feels like you're needing to ground yourself after heightened sensitivity or emotions. Like you're needing to ground yourself. And then even if it's not like a love situation and I'm like talking about somebody pulling on your energy, it could be a friend, could be a coworker or sibling. But I kind of feel that if this person, like maybe you're allowing this person to vent or whatever. You're like, okay, it's my friend. They're sad. I still feel that you're going to need to ground yourself after interacting with them. Because something could be emotionally draining. I feel too like somebody is kind of like saying, now hear me out, and they're making some sort of suggestion. You might consider all the possibilities of what could go wrong and what could go right. I do feel that you want to have an open mind. You're like, well, let me have an open mind when I deal with this situation, or how I'm dealing with this situation. And I feel like you're going to take in all that information and meditate on it and try to process on it. Try to process it, rather. So spiritually, I see something else happening. Spiritually, I feel like somebody's playing around with some sort of gift or ability that they have. Could be with telekinesis. Could be with astral traveling. But I feel like somebody's playing around with one of their spiritual gifts. It could go borderline abusing it, but I feel like someone wants to stay grounded. They're like, oh, I'm able to do this, but I don't want to abuse this power. So I feel like somebody is gifted or tapping into their gift as well. All right, so hopefully this helps. Feel free to leave your feedback. Thank you guys for watching. Sending you love and grace.